Hello, and Simulator 22, and welcome back to the upper Mississippi River Valley. Looks a little foggy out here this morning. Just finished skipping time here through a couple of days. We're now into the month of July. Of course, since last episode, finished up the planting there, got the corn and the beans planted, and then, yeah, just pretty much skip time. I mean, we had all the weeds should be taken care of anyway. We're going to double check and verify that here this episode. And now, a couple of things I do know we need to do here yet, and that is fertilize our cornfields. I think everything else, if I'm not mistaken, is already done. So just the cornfields, as far as I know, need a little bit more fertilizer. And debating how I want to apply that fertilizer. We got the sprayers. I might just do it with the sprayers here this time. We'll see. It's maybe in the future we can do some side dressing applications or something. I'm not sure entirely what yet, everyone, but definitely want to look into some other ways of applying fertilizer. Again, I could have applied all of this fertilizer at the time of planting, but there's not a whole lot of fun or realism in that one, right? So I figured we'll figure out a way to apply some more. Probably just the sprayers this time. Anyway, lots of things going on, or things that can go on here anyway, that maybe I should say this episode. We're in the month of July. The wheat is ready to harvest. The corn needs to be sprayed. And also, I just about forgot this myself, but if you remember correctly, the month of July is also when we can sell our soybeans. So I figured maybe we'll start with that here this episode. Want to get the soybeans sold. And for that, I think everything's down at the train station already. So we just need to go down to the train station here. Is it that one? This one here. There it is. That's the one I was looking for. We want to rent the train. So once the train's here, we'll get our soybeans loaded up and we'll sell those. Again, I delivered everything down here during the winter time, including the soybeans. I figured, you know what, at some point we're going to pick them up, so I might as well just bring them down there. So that's what I did. So yeah, like I said, once the train's there, we'll get those loaded. Yeah, that's not quite the correct train. Actually, there's no locomotive on these cars. Those are just the cars there, aren't they? Okay, anyway. Oh, never mind. Thought I noticed something with the tracks, Evan. Nope. Just my imagination again. Yep. Anyway, back to the farm. Let's see once here. Let's go grab our sprayer. I think we'll start with that. Might want to visit the shop, too. I'm just seeing what we have for some options here as far as putting down fertilizer goes. I think this one has herbicide in it. No, it does not. It does have liquid fertilizer. Okay, perfect. That is exactly what I needed. And we should have a fair amount of liquid fertilizer in storage yet. In fact, I think that actually shows us on here, doesn't it? Liquid fertilizer, yeah, we got 39,000 liters of liquid fertilizer. So, again, that was from a few episodes back when I accidentally bought 50,000 liters. Whoops. That was an expensive mistake. And we have the narrow tires on, so we should be able to drive on the crop here without destroying it. Which, to be honest, as long as your tires are of the right width to begin with, that one shouldn't be a problem in real life either. Other than maybe like the headland where you got to turn in and out of the headland. That, of course, I mean, yeah, you typically run over a little bit of corn there, right? But going up and down the roads, I mean, you typically shouldn't be destroying roads. Now what? Oh, is it? Okay. It's like, wait a minute, are we destroying corn here? No, I think it's just the way it's full in the back. It's kind of weird. I don't know what's up with that, but... Oh, let's see. Are we about the right distance? Looks like we might be pretty close. Let's turn on some GPS here. And I think we want 90-degree auto with that. 117 feet. Not too shabby. Oh, yeah, look at that. Just about in the right spot. Perfect. And because I want to check here, how much liquid fertilizer is it going to need? Okay, so for field, probably should check what field we're on here first. 40, we're on field 44. Okay, so for field 44, this probably isn't going to be anywhere near accurate, Evan, because I already have some fertilizer on here already. So this field calculator thing is probably less than useful here. It's saying 2,363 liters. It's interesting that herbicide is the exact same amount. Yeah, we'll see what do we have on here. Oh, actually, you know what? Oh, let's see if we do that. We got 2,800 liters. So 2,800 liters. And according to this, it should need 2,300. Okay. I don't think that's right. But if it is, we should have enough. And then this should bump us up all the way to what is needed here, right? That should just be automatically applying. Yep, automatic application rate. That number's kind of jumping around a little bit, isn't it? No crop detected. Seed first. Huh, I'm not sure what's up with that. No crop detected part. I don't know why it keeps saying that. I know we're overlapping here just a little bit, but come on now. That is not much of an overlap. Looks like our booms are actually of about the proper height. For realism's sake, I mean, it probably should have fertilized the corn a little bit sooner here. This corn appears to be in the earing stage here at this point. It has the tassels out. Didn't realize the corn would quite grow this quickly here. I mean, yeah, it's some pretty advanced corn for July. Guess it depends what part of the country, and at least where I am from here, everyone. Usually the saying is always knee-high by the 4th. So usually by the end of the July, yeah, you might start to see some tasseling, I suppose, some ear production. Usually that's more of an August month thing, though. Oh, looks like the GPS is going to line up quite nicely, though. Always like seeing that. I don't know about you folks. Get to the end of the field, and you have basically a full width left. Yeah, that's pretty cool. No little narrow row of shame. And yes, that's definitely darkening up the fertilizer level on the field just a little bit, isn't it? Nice. A couple of spots definitely have some strange fertilizer applications on them. I'm not quite sure what's up with that, but whatever. Okay, before we start the next pass, I think we'll run over to the train station there real quick here a minute. Actually, we could probably just check from the map here. See if the train is actually there. We'll go finish that soybean delivery here a minute, and then we'll come back to this. So let's see what's your map. Is that train there? Yes, it is. Okay, so let's get to the train here a minute. Get these all filled up on soybeans here. One on brakes. $74,000. Wow, not very much soybeans really. I mean, 74,000, and we're gonna make 300 and well, hopefully that. Oh yeah, okay, it's going down because they're empty. And I was gonna say we're gonna make like $330,000 off that. I was getting a little worried there for a minute. Like, wait a minute, did the price of soybeans suddenly drop? No, just because it was unloading, so I wasn't showing the full amount in there anymore. In fact, if we go check it now, yeah, there's no soybeans in there. I want to say, though, it's really nice having that the train station actually is shown in that screen there. So the train station's storage is part of that time-saving stock check. One of the reasons we put up our second silo on our farm, then, so we can actually see and use that mod. Again, for some reason, the silo system that is part of our farm does not show that storage in there. And it's probably got something to do with the fact that it's also a factory production. I don't know how that's set up. Seems like there's probably still a way you can make that show up and still be the factory, but I don't know. Not 100% familiar with how that all works there, everyone. But yeah, that is a little bit disappointing. Speaking of which, by the way, that reminds me, Evan, when it comes to corn this year, I completely forgot to do it last year, but we should take our corn and turn it into dry corn. And we get paid just a little bit more for that. We do have to, I think, buy some propane for that, if I remember correctly, but... And then there's a little bit of a loss along with that. So you take, and don't quote me on these numbers, I'm just from the top of my head, I think it's 1,000 liters of corn turns into 950 liters. So, what is that, 5% loss, I think? I think it's 5%. Okay, almost to the sell point here. For those of you who have not seen this map before, it is a 4X map, the Upper Mississippi River Valley. Highly recommend checking it out if you've never played on this map before. I'd be curious if anyone watching has not actually played on this map before. This map has been around for quite a while. Wow, actually, it's interesting. It said 330,000. We only got 300,000, plus a $37,000 environmental reward, but still. It's off by about 30,000. That's interesting. I wouldn't have expected that. Did I miss something? I don't know. No idea, man. Anyway, whatever. Not sure. Yeah, I have to go back and look at it. I thought it was kept saying $330,000. Maybe I better go get some glasses. Or maybe what it was, Evan. Oh, you were on yet, weren't you? Whoops. I might have been looking at the max price instead of the actual sell price. That's probably what was happening. Because, yeah, what it shows in the one column is the max price. Like, the max you could potentially ever get. At least I think that's what that is anyway. And then the other column, you actually have, like, what you're actually going to get. So I was probably looking at the wrong one. That's probably what happened there, everyone. Like I said, better get some glasses. Anyway, we'll finish spraying this field here in a minute. Once we're done with this field, we do need to head over to the other field there as well. That field also needs some liquid fertilizer, which we may or may not have enough to do both fields here in this tank. We'll have to see once. Probably should top it off just to be safe. Both fields got the same amount of fertilizer. I had the application rate. I think that was even 100 if I remember correctly. Yes, you want to turn on the grass there, don't you? That's kind of a waste of fertilizer. Wonder if I lower the booms down in the corn. Oh, that's the wrong way. Yes, no. No, the crop does not move out of the way, does it? Okay, that's what I was wondering. Lift that back up just a little bit there so we're not dragging that down on the ground. I'll just shut it off here this time so we don't accidentally spray the grass. And also, just a quick change here a minute. Something I always like to change, Evan. Open HUD with mouse. Yeah, we're going to turn that off. Never particularly liked having that on. You know, again, you folks just seen it right there with the mouse controls. Right away, go to use the mouse controls and open course play. Like, no, I don't want to open course play. I'm just trying to, you know, move the loader, or in this case, the booms, and course play, of course, has to get in the way with that. It's too bad that's not a global option, Evan. It'd be nice if that would be an option that would stay, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem to. So it's a per vehicle choice or option. Look out for the trees. Don't think there's any breakaway tips on these booms here in the game. Actually be kind of a cool option there if Giants would actually make it so that was actually a thing, which is a thing on real-life sprayers there, by the way, of course. Most of the ends of your sprayers usually have some form of a breakaway boom spring-loaded of some sort, so that if you get into you know, some sticky situations, you know, power poles, trees, etc., fence poles, whatever it might be, you don't actually break your booms. Your booms to have a little bit of give to them. You know, the last section here is designed to break away or spring away. And of course, the idea being it hopefully won't break the rest of the boom. Seems like, again, like Giants can either figure out how to do that or just remove the collision from that part of the boom. Seems like it would be an option as well. Like, just don't have a collision on this part of the boom then. Won't be maybe the most visually accurate, but at least to be a little more realistic that way, right? Okay, let's fold that up. We will head back the road here and then to the next field. That was close with a tree there. Yeah, probably not good to be driving all over this uneven terrain while you're folding up the booms. That's probably a little hard on them. Real life, anyway. The things you can get away with in the game, right, everyone? Okay, the next cornfield we go. Oh, and actually, 1,000. No, there should be enough spray here, I would think. I just happened to think that I probably should have topped off. But 1,300. Yeah, that's gonna be real close. I think we used like what 1,500 on that field. Pretty sure the next field is smaller, so 1,300 should be enough, I would think. If not, worst case, we'll just have to top it off, I guess. Oh, we're going 52 miles an hour according to this, huh? I see they got both miles per hour and kilometers per hour listed there. It actually is the kilometers per hour in this case. Okay, we're just going to sneak through the road ditch here. That's what any sprayer would do, right? And before you folks laugh too hard at that one, that kind of sort of pretty much is what some sprayer drivers, operators would do. Yeah, that portion that's folding out now and is probably the breakaway portion that is on these sprayer booms here in real life. There's probably some sort of spring hinge mechanism in there that's designed to break away if you hit something. Well, I'm thinking what we'll probably do, Evan, we'll finish spraying this field here, and then we'll be ready to set up for the wheat harvest, which we'll probably get into that more next episode, I'm thinking. Wasn't sure how long it'd take to spray these fields here. Shouldn't take too long to do this field. Again, this is a little bit smaller field, Evan. This field usually goes pretty quick. We've got, what, 120-foot booms here. Although, according to GPS, it's 117 feet. I'll have to have a talk with that salesperson, shorten us 3 feet on our booms. Oh boy, missed a little section there. Oh well. Folks, just pretend you didn't see that little missed section over there. I have to make sure you tell the field quality manager that too. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to rotate the GPS here. We'll line up with this edge of the field. Probably should have actually moved that over just a little bit farther. Oh well, close enough, right? And we'll head over to the comment section in a moment, see what you folks had to say here from our last episode. Starting off with Sean here. He says, great video as always. Hey, thank you very much for that. He was also saying there is a new, much bigger rock picker out done by Mac Trucker 921. It's the Stone Picker Trailer. It is on the Mod Hub. A Stone Picker Trailer, huh? I am intrigued as to what this mod involves. Obviously, for those of you who've ever watched the channel for a while, you know I don't typically use any mods that are unrealistic. So if this is like some sort of mod that's unrealistic, yeah, you probably won't ever see it on here. But we might have to check it out anyway. I'm given the choice of it between using a mod that is very unrealistic or just turning stones off. Let's face it, the stones are just going to get turned off because the stones themselves, I think, are very unrealistically done here in this game, in my opinion. It's just the way Giants did the stones. It's just absolutely horrible. I don't know who did the testing and quality and play on that one, everyone, but maybe Giants needs to look at getting somebody else for that job. They clearly flunked that one. Let's see. Hetro was saying, good video. Yes, I have that same problem with that mod. On my grain cart, I have to leave the tarp open. I can't open or close it. Must be, yeah, talking about the Fendt tractor. The Fendt 1000 series tractor, that is. I presume it's probably because some of the additional features that tractor has, like the opening, closing doors and windows and stuff. That's probably just, again, guessing. Oh, actually, this part's done, isn't it? Okay. Well, you know what? While we're back here, might as well get the missing spot. If it'll even let us get the missing spot. Oh, look at that. Folded up the booms just in time. I otherwise would have clocked that tree pretty good. Okay, back to the farm, everyone. We got that spraying done. Hey, look at that. We actually had enough spray here. We got 600 liters left. And like I was saying, that means that field calculator mod is nowhere near accurate. The problem with that field calculator mod, is probably the fact that it does not take into account precision farming. This mod probably only applies to base game, no precision farming. So once you throw precision farming into the mix, everyone, all of these numbers, yeah, probably actually all of these numbers are, well, okay, field number size, technically not, but probably all the rest of the numbers are probably inaccurate. Again, depending on what crop you're planting. Again, if you plant soybeans, like, that number's going to be 0. You plant, I don't know, is wheat? I think wheat's a higher one. Oats is like about around 100, isn't it? If I remember correctly. Check our precision farming screen here. Yeah, wheat just a little over 100, I guess, because that's 100, 140. Okay, yeah, between 100 and 140 there in that field. That's going to be a different amount of fertilizer needed than, say, our cornfields. We're up at, I think we're at the 200, right? Yeah, we're at the 200 mark there, so. Lots of fertilizer on the corn. And as I've discussed here the last couple episodes too, and I still think it'd be cool if Giants would make it so you actually have to fertilize throughout the growing year. You know, you put down your fertilizer initially, but then, you know, at some point in the growth stage, you need more fertilizer. Makes sense to me, but which is kind of the idea of what I did here. So rather than doing what I was talking about, we just put down partial amount when we planted, and then we put down the rest, the full amount here now. And thanks to the automatic application, right, it just figured out what was needed to make it perfect, right? Well, on that note, Evan, I know we're a little bit shorter than normal here this episode, but that seems like a really good spot to wrap it up here for today. We're finished fertilizing, and then like I said, Evan, we're going to come back next episode. We got 2 fields of oats. Actually, I think, did I say they were wheat earlier? If I did, my bad, Evan. They are 2 fields of oats. Actually, let me double check this. Double check, make sure I'm right here this time. There are 2 fields of oats, right? Yep. We have 2 fields of oats here that are ready to harvest, so we'll get started on those here next episode. The combine's sitting over here, and is our header still over here yet? I don't know, lag spike. Yeah, autosave. Hopefully, is it still on the trailer yet? Don't look like it. That does not look to be on the trailer. No, that is not on the trailer. Yeah, this header seems to have a bit of a wandering problem here, everyone. Because I definitely did not park it back here. It was parked up there, and somehow it has meandered its way down here. You know, that's the wrong way, isn't it? You go around this way. Anyway, like I said, we'll wrap it up here. So you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching, and until next time.